The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. The suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth? Tell me what happened. I don't care if there's a witness neither. I don't believe a lick of it. You don't mean that, Miles Edgeworth? Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. He was the defense attorney in that case. Yes, the DL6 incident.
What does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. Edgeworth? Did you shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Hello and welcome back. This is Queen 3210, and well, this episode is a trip so far. We've only even been through the first part, and already my mind is blown. So, a murder has taken place, a shooting, if we're being specific, and the suspect happens to be the straight-laced Edgeworth. But obviously, things aren't what they seem, because the victim itself happens to be the lawyer who managed to get the defendant off in the case of the DL6 scenario, which also resulted in me and Maya Frey's mother, Misty Frey, losing a lot of respect because she was deemed a fraud. So it seems that we are getting closer to the truth of the DL6 incident. But will it cost Edgeworth his job and his freedom? We're here to find that out. December 26, 9:44 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god.
Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? He was your teacher? Hold up. Your teacher or your mentor? Holy shit, we're going up against him and he's going... This is a conflict of interest. He should not be allowed within a 10-foot radius of this case, if that's the case. Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Yeah, no. A man with a reputation of doing anything to secure a guilty verdict, who has not lost in his 40-year career, he's not going to throw this one, Maya. That's just wishful thinking on your part. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20.
That's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya?
Uh-huh.
We could really be using Mia's help right now. Don't you think?
Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again.
Oh man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
Except Phoenix doesn't need to be leaning on Mia as a crutch. He needs to be doing this himself. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Here we go. December 26, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here, where I am, if I were not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Holy shit. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Except in real life, if any prosecutor or defense attorney for that matter tried to pull that shit, he would find himself in contempt so fast. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something?
I mean, Edgeworth did say he was considered a god, so... how am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at a map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on that boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. 2? Hold up. 2? Then the boat decided to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Oh, wait! Mr. Von Karma! Yes? Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Holy shit, he would be in jail so fast. If this was in real life, you don't get to pull this shit with judges. Especially not Judge Judy.
Do you understand? I'm here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time. Bird is here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time today. Most important, the lady that you stiffed on the car that you didn't know was here at 1:15, the same time you were supposed to be here. Do you understand? That is disrespectful. Stop tapping. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of other people's time when you're late. You see all these people sitting in the gallery? They could have been home 40 minutes ago if it wasn't for you. I could have been home 40 minutes ago and been on the treadmill if it wasn't for you. She could have been on her way home if it wasn't for you. Do you understand? That's respect for other people's time. And if you're 22 years old and you don't understand that yet, I'm prepared to give you a dress down. Now we understand each other?
Okay, but I had a family emergency.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Mr. Ramirez, I understand your words, family emergency. You told me 5 minutes ago you didn't know where your parents were. They were out doing chores because they weren't working today. And then when you realized where I was going, you went back to your original route. I had a family emergency. Now, all of a sudden your parents who were out doing chores were at a hospital with your brother who has cirrhosis of the liver? Is that what you're telling me? You forgot about that when I asked you first where your parents were? If I asked you, Mr. Ramirez, where are your parents today? And you said, we were at the hospital with my brother. That I could understand. But when I asked you where they were, uncross your hands. You said to me they were out doing their things because they're not working today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, of course, you are quite right. No, he's not. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. I mean, if you were worth your salt as a fucking judge, you would be holding this guy in contempt and then sentencing him to some days in jail. That is the third time, and most judges, they don't pull up with that crap. Not on television, not in real life. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him there? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, you really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Cold, hard, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. And yet you said there was 2 gunshots. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts the bullet into evidence. Excellent. Just what I needed. Thank you. Thank you, game. So we had to arrest Edgeworth.
Nick, doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe's being a little vague? I bet Von Karma's feeding him lines.
His testimony's probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press.
What do we do?
Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do?
Well said, Nick. You the man.
Okay, let's find out about this man that called in the station. You received a call from a man. Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people. There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, Detective? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. Wow! That was fast. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is getting there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. How is that a secret? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trust and relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Edgeworth. See the police. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, nope, I'm premature. Why is that? Well, we found a murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon. A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Anna. The murder weapon we found in a boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on a pistol found in a boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Yana. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Fired 3 times. Okay, yes, I have the thing now. I have the thing that I need now. Members of the court. Oh, but he's not giving me a chance. We now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. Yeah, the ballistic markings on a bullet matched the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I will explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this moment. However... You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Once again, no judge worth his fucking salt would let a prosecutor or a defendant or a defending lawyer take the reins of the court and order it around. In a courtroom, the judge is king. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? December 26th, 11:09 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know. Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya?
Huh? Well, what?
Any progress with Mia?
Oh, sorry. It's no good.
Ugh.
I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
No, I need you here. I'm not calling her useless. That's mean. Because Nick can't be relying on Mia all the time. Mia is dead. He needs to grow as a person and he needs to grow as a lawyer. He can't use her as a crutch. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Aw, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's gonna run out.
Really?
Whoa! Right? Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh shit, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Oh, she did not like that.
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order! I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? No. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? The fact that it shows shadows and not actual people, for one. This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. Gee, thank you, Your Majesty. I really appreciate you giving me permission in the judge's courtroom. You fucking asshole. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions, though. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Only the judge can have people held in contempt, you idiot.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
Yep. I think I noticed one little thing.
Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Great, let's take him on.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake.
So you weren't looking at the lake at the time?
Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat.
Can you describe them? Could you clearly see the two men?
Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you.
Uh-oh. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men.
Yeah, well,
of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something.
Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the boat but that leak on that boat.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure as a country gal can be.
That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure?
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
Scanned the whole lake? Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. Not your decision, dude. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? That there weren't any contradictions in there.
Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here.
Maya's really taking this hard.
Oh, only for Mr. Shot.
I'm gonna try this, but I doubt it. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Yep, no, I fucked up. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Oops, that didn't go so well. Now this? Now do I do this one? No, it won't let me. There's gotta be something I can do.
A few moments later.
Why were you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
What research? This sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Well, wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. Seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor, keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Nick! Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've conferred the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Hold it!
Who's that?
It was me.
I made a guess and that was right, I guess. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea of treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. But Phoenix didn't say anything. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No! Well, shit.
I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? No, it's not, actually. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Judge, can you, like, fucking find your balls and stand up for yourself? I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But she is in contempt of court.
No, I am! If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me!
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck!
Maya! I cannot for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in there or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Edgeworth.
Thank you for giving me something I can fucking use. Oops, wrong button. Let's try this again. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? And a professional high-quality camera. I don't think really the film is worth shit if the camera is garbage, but okay. Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point. Oh my god. That is why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
You see it? You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good.
You're right. It was cold as night. It was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Okay. Binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Called you. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing that Phoenix is alluding to. The camera is irrelevant to this case. It's the one that took the picture. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yup. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. If it is, perhaps, the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow. Maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. Camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
Okay.
When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked up with my binoculars.
I don't care how many objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it is the last thing I do. Elaborate, please. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing.
Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Her. Uh-huh. Oh, of course. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Oh.
Now, wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments. Please. Uh-huh. Let's show her the camera. Actually, the camera or the photo? Yeah, let's talk about the camera, because if the camera was specified to be able to take pictures of the sky, it would have to have, like, special lenses, I think. Called it. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
So say as who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upward to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gourdy? Ah, the sighting of Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
Never heard of no lake monster. Yeah, proof or something? Let's see your proof that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gourdy.
Do I have proof? Yeah, the article. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it, Ted. No joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gourdy? I think it's this, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the camera just to be on the safe side because, again, as Phoenix said, it was pointed at the lake. And if she was trying to shoot stars, it would be pointed up at the sky. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photographs in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gourdy. According to this article, Gourdy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gourdy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Tell yourself that, dude. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gourdy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gourdy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. It also proves that she's a fucking liar and she lied under oath. So, how are we supposed to take what she says about witnessing Edgeworth at face value?
Hey!
But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were holding the whole thing about Gourdy for some reason. You were hiding the whole thing about Gourdy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gourdy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. And I'm going to take a quick drink.
A few moments later.
Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out at that lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Of course. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood. Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer.
An investigative photographer.
Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of a business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what?
What?
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
A UFO? It's a UFO.
You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career.
Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster.
Is Gourdy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey! They also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real!
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor.
That's why I was camping out by the lake.
Okay, that's clear.
But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time.
There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I don't know. If she heard a bang, and she thought Gourdy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking for a boat.
What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot.
I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Really? Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it.
No, you were looking for the monster.
I was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gourdy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gourdy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gourdy, and that's what you were doing. Gotcha. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gourdy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart! Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got your proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Witness, that is enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
Oh, them's fighting words. Please tell me she attacks him. What was she gonna say? She took the photo and... What? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality it might, but let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? Because it doesn't show Edgeworth pointing the gun. That's the deal breaker here. I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement! Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why was that enlargement why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place.
Hold him in contempt, Judge. Do your fucking job, Judge.
Y'all fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Why? Objection denied. The witness shall show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
Still doesn't see anybody. We still cannot see who's firing and what in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Excellent. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done for any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait. It's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. really bad. What should I do? I'm gonna object to the enlargement because I don't know. There's I don't have anything else. I think it's an option. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
But what might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo was strange?
Okay, here goes. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Now I have to back it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is it just me? Or is this blast sort of going in the opposite direction? Here, Your Honor.
Where? Mr. Wright, I understand you're in a tight spot. However, you have nothing to gain by making baseless claims of faulty evidence.
Oh, what? Okay, Your Honor, never mind that. My finger slipped. Please, let me show you again. I'll show the judge what's so strange about this photo. Okay, so maybe it's the hand? I don't know. I'm taking stabs in the dark at this point. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. Oh, I get it now. That's a left hand. That's the left hand. And Edgeworth is right-handed. Boom! We got him! We got him, guys! We got him!
And?
That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. And Edgeworth just simply picked up the weapon, which he shouldn't have done.
Order!
Oh, okay.
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot your victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There's only one explanation. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! So you are saying that the victim died by suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I am so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter?
But that's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been a suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course.
I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood. Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned.
December 26th, 1:15 p.m., District Court, Defendant, Lobby Number 2. Whew! That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No. I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't die by suicide, then who? The shooter was a meter away, too. But what? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? You want me to give her a message? Stop pussyfooting around and give me the fucking message. Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. And I guess that's where we're leaving it off. Well, that was exciting. We have discovered that it couldn't have been Edgeworth because Edgeworth is not left-handed. But we've also discovered that the gunshot that killed the victim was shot from at least 3 feet away. That being said, there were also 3 gunshots from that particular gun. So what happened? Like, how did the 3rd gunshot come about? And on top of that, who shot the victim? I guess we're going to find out more of that when we progress the trial, which will be next time. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or subscribe. If not, leave a comment below letting me know what I can do to improve. And as usual, till the next time, guys. Ciao.